Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to it at last. I am Stylosa and welcome to the grand final of the NA Overwatch Contenders Series. This is a $100,000 game. And you're probably thinking, Sty, why the hell are you showing me this video? Well, you've probably read the title of this video. You are about to see some crazy tactics. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to start this game as it is in the final phase of the envious attack. Now, if you take a look at the team comps, you will notice that, well, really, there's nothing too crazy at the moment. Well, apart from the fact we've got a Roadhog on envious, which is, you don't really see too much Roadhog, or you don't kind of see that much Roadhog, especially in pro-level games. But things are all going a little bit crazy right now. And the hero pools for the pros are quite varied, let's say, and that's a good thing for Overwatch because it means we're not watching the same goddamn thing every single game. So, what have we got here? Well, this is the grand final. Envious are 3-0 up to FaZe Clan. Envious are the favourites. However, look at what FaZe have done here. Envious have got 20 seconds left, or thereabouts, to push forward and get this. Shadowburn, who is an absolute god Genji, one of the best Genjis in the entire game, is going to town on them. He's absolutely killing them. The rest of FaZe kind of coming through. Carbide doing loads of work. He's a fantastic tracer player. They are wrecking them. At this point, it looks like it's all over, right? FaZe Clan have clearly won this map. How can Envious take this map? Well, they've got a lot of ultimates to work with. Look at this. And they're going to start using them. Chips comes in with a double res there, because of course this is still Old Mercy. Because remember, the pros play on an older patch, which is a little bit confusing. And I hope in the future that they actually play on the live versions of the game. However difficult that might be logistically, but I think it needs to happen just for the viewers. Anyway, look at this. They're coming straight through. They've absolutely, turned this fight around. It's crazy. They should not have won that fight, right? This is where I start to worry now for FaZe. I'm like, uh-oh, this could have been the turnaround for FaZe. Of course, we all know that FaZe ultimately lose and Envious win contenders. So it's not really much of a spoiler, but it's about how they did it. Because I know a lot of you guys wouldn't have seen this. And what we're going to see on the Envious, the attack phase when this round finishes is quite... It's quite quick play, ladies and gentlemen. It's the only way to describe it. Anyway, look at Effect. Effect is the best tracer player in the world. I have no doubt in my mind. This player is a monster. I have not seen anybody like this guy. I've checked this guy's stream out, and he does the most intensive warm-up drills of any player I've ever seen. His aim is godlike. It's ridiculous. Anyway, look at this. They're pushing through. It's looking good. They're getting kills. Carpe gets a kill on Effect, but it's not enough. They're getting absolutely battered and they're destroyed. Now, this happens in a lot of our ranked games as well. You often get snowballed, right? And I think what happened to FaZe, they lost not an unlosable fight, but they lost a fight they should not have lost. So that kind of caused them to sort of panic, and then they start trickling in. And that falls into, well, Envious's hands, right? Because they're in a nice little ball. They start snowballing forward. They roll through. It is notoriously difficult to get through the final phase down Route 66. Anyway, what I'm going to do is skip forward, because these are sort of the scenes we get in between the games, which are cool, and it's all from the LA arena. So I'm going to skip forward and spoil it a little bit. Skip back. All right. Look at the team comms. We're going to pause this. Right? Because, ladies and gentlemen, what in the hell is going on here? We've got a Bastion, a Junkrat. What? When I see this happen, I was like, what? But then if you think about it, right, they've only got 53 seconds to attack here. Well, they had a minute to attack. And FaZe kind of basically got the same as well, a minute. And chucking a Bastion on the payload isn't a bad idea, is it? But watch what they do with this. This is so cool. All right, so let's go for it. The El Presidente Bastion is here. So normally what we would do is we would chuck Bastion on the payload, right? But look at this. Look at this. That's so cool. Jump on this little rock here. Destroy somebody on the high ground. I mean, fact fiction should not have been there. As soon as you seen the Bastion, you should have got the hell out of there. But you stayed there too long. You paid the price. I think they don't expect the amount of damage that Bastion pumps out, because you're used to being hit by Soldier and other DPS, right? I know this because I play a lot of Winston. If there's a Bastion, you die surprisingly fast at Bastion because he's an animal. But look at this. At no point is he actually sitting on the payload. What this is doing is giving Taimu a shed load of vision. Look at all this. You can see here. You can see where everybody is. You can see the tracer there. We can kind of see her through the gas station. He's trying to work on her. He's worried about the tracer because he doesn't want it to come up behind him. You've got the Mercy damage boost in the Bastion, which is the oldest trick in the quick play book, right? Right? But look how effective this is. They're starting to do work. Harry Hook is just doing loads of work on Soldier. He's an amazing hit scan player, and he plays Lucio for this team, which is crazy. Anyway, look at this. They've absolutely wiped them out. They've destroyed them. So what they had here is sort of like a double threat, even like a triple threat. Now, when you look at effect, you know Tracer is going to be doing work, right? But Harry Hook on the Soldier is a god. Seagull is obviously Seagull, and he's playing Junkrat, so he's putting out a lot of like area control, area denial damage. And then you've got Bastion, whereas if you dare to show your face to the Bastion, you're just going to die. Like, how are you going to stop this Bastion? Well, he's just going to mow you down, and that's what we've seen here. Now, this is where it gets really, really dangerous, and we know Route 66 as a map is very much hard to attack the first point. Well, let's say sort of it's 50-50, right? Defenders and attackers, you kind of got equal chance, right? Second phase, the Wild West phase, it's very attacker favorite because you generally can control the map easier. You can just push it through. But then the final area of the map is generally defender biased, right? But what is this? This rip tire as well, again, is the old rip tire, the faster moving rip tire. Well, no, sorry, not the faster moving. It jumps higher, sort of conserves its momentum when it goes off surfaces. Rip tire doesn't do this on live. So again, this is a bit confusing. And I hope in the future, like I said earlier on in the video, we do get pro games played on the same patch as the live games, or Overwatch doesn't update as often as it does with all these balance changes, which can be quite confusing. Anyway, look at this. Carpe finally gets a kill on effect. Now you're thinking, all right, this must be their chance. They've got a kill, but Harry Hook answers back with a kill onto Raucus, who is playing Zen, which is obviously huge. Taimu kills the monkey again. It is a bit crazy how often he's getting killed by the Bastion, but they do manage to take the Bastion out with a pulse bomb. But that's a pretty heavy investment, right? But the thing is, at this point, all you've got to do is push them off the payload. That's all they need to do, right? We've all been there in these ranked games where they seemingly just push through. They're in overtime and they just keep pushing, because people on your team they panic, right? But this game serves to show, well, it's not just players on the ladder this happens to, it happens to pro gamers. They panic as well. They trickle in, they filter in, they get killed, when all they need to do is save their ultimates, get together and just do a big push and get rid of Envious off the payload. So they're really showing their immaturity here, to be honest. They shouldn't be doing this. FaZe should not allow Envious to get this far, right? For the first attack, all right, Bastion's going to work well because you're not going to know it's coming, right? But as soon as they get through the first checkpoint, they should know this is coming. They should be ready to counter this. And they're not really doing anything, like, they didn't really do anything decisive. They didn't get together, bulk ultimates and think, right, we're just going to go in, hit them with all our ultimates and force them off the payload. They do ultimately stop them now. But I've got to say, guys, that is a push past the second point on Route 66 with 1 minute. They had 1 minute. Now, that is ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. And there's the trophy, of course, which is, which is beautiful. And this was the stage from the Overwatch World Cup. And I think it was used in the Overwatch World Cup last year as well, for the offline phases they did. So it gets around this stage, does. Anyway, let's skip forward. These are the players as well, but where's my controls gone? Let's sort of jump forward. In fact, I'll just leave it because my controls are really iffy, and I don't want to jump forward like into the middle of the play. Because obviously, what FaZe have got to do now is what do they do now, right? Are they just going to play what they play? You see, FaZe has got a very big problem as a team. They typically just do the same thing all the time, so that makes it easy for teams to counter them if teams are clever. But when you're so good at a certain style of play, I mean, we'll just pause this and look at the teams. When you're so good at a certain style of play, you get stuck into that sort of mindset, right? And you don't want to come out of it. It's your comfort zone, but also it's what's got you to the grand finals of NA contenders. So you're sort of like, you know what, actually, this probably isn't too bad. We're going to keep doing it. But that's the downfall of FaZe. Anyway, look at the team. This is not the team that they're going to roll out with because this is their attack phase. So let's just keep playing this so guys can show you. But look at, we'll take a look at, let me just get my pen. There we go. Take a look at Envious, right? So they've got Taimu on the Sombra, which is pretty standard. The rest of the team, pretty standard dive defense, right? So what you do is you hack the pack here, or you hack the pack back in big hurls. Even, and you just sort of play around them. You get EMP them, and then you kill them. It is the standard Route 66 defense you'd expect to see. Although you'll notice that FaZe didn't do that because, well, FaZe are very easy to read. So, look at FaZe's team comp. This is interesting, right? because instead of taking a Tracer, they're going to take a McCree. But that's the only change. The rest of it is very predictable. You know Shadowburn's going to play Genji. You know Fact Fiction's going to play the Monkey. You know Spree is definitely going to play the D.Va because he's a D.Va specialist. Raucus is either going to play Ana or Zen, but, well, he's going to play Zen because this is dive. Joe Meister's always going to play Lucio. You know what you're coming up against, so they know what to do against this. They're just giving a little bit of, giving them a little bit of space, feeling them out, trying to work out what they can do, where can they hit them, where's the best place to attack, sort of feeling each other out. There's nothing too crazy going on. Nobody's sort of committing. Sombra jumped into the back there. You notice Taimu's got 70% on his ultimate. This is what Sombra does. She goes in fish, she runs out, she takes damage, she translocates back. Now she's got EMP. Now, what we're looking at here, I'm going to pause this, is there will be a hard engage. Basically, what the comms are going to be saying right now would be, Taimu's going to say, I've got EMP, we're going to go in, right? This is what they'll be saying, right? We're going to EMP. And all they're going to do is Taimu's going to fly in, going to smash everybody with EMP, and then they're all going to die because they're not going to be able to do anything because they can't use their abilities. So let's watch for it. Because the thing with there is, see the translocator into the back, EMP. It didn't actually hit anyone, though. I don't think it hit anybody, the EMP. Or it may have hit Raucus, actually. In fact, let's just rewind this. Maybe it hit Raucus because it was kind of hard to see. But I think the EMP... Let's just play it from here. Because you can see how fast the EMP charges, right? It's 63%, 64, 70, 75, 80, 84, 90. You see how fast this charges? It's so ridiculous. Especially when pros play around health packs. Right, so we've got EMP now. You can see Raucus in the back, right? So what Sombra obviously wants to do is target the... let's just draw on him, right? So you can see the Zen there. If you hit Zen with EMP, he's got no shields and he's got 50 health, so you just gun him down. It's totally easy to kill him. So I think that's what he's looking for. Let's see if he gets him. Yeah, he does get him with the EMP. Yeah, he does, so that was my mistake. I thought he didn't get him with the MP, but he did get him with the MP, which is exactly what he was looking for. So that is excellent execution of Taimu there, of the EMP. And he's gone in, he's destroyed them. Look at the time. Look, they have no chance now. They've lost half their team. There's just Spree sitting on the payload. You've got Shadowburn jumping around. What are they doing? But actually, these are pro gamers, guys, so they do have a chance, right? You can always come back from the brink. This is what you've got to remember, right? The game is never lost. And look what's happened here. It's forced to disengage from Envious. Now, Envious could have kept attacking him there, but cleverly, they called disengage. Now, a lot of the time, especially for us when we play on ladder, you would have just kept... You would have just steamed into that. You would have been like, oh my god, I'm not going to disengage. We need to kill them. We've got to stop them now. Instead of thinking, actually, can we pull back, regroup, and then go again? They did pull back Envious, and that saved some of them. And then push back in with EMP again, which they've used again, and they're starting to get the kills that they need. So it's like a brilliant tactical call. And that was a massive kill there. A massive, massive kill. Effect kill Shadowburn. I don't know what Shadowburn was doing there because he had his, we'll just keep playing, had his Dragon Blade available, but he just got bombed and died. He should have went in with that straight away. They should have known this was do or die, and I think they did. They just sort of were caught off guard by how fast EMP came back in again, I think. And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is, well, let's pause it. That is the use of Bastion to win a $100,000 tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Arguably, they still would have won the tournament playing whatever, but whipping out a Bastion and the enemy team don't expect it, especially when you kind of know what the enemy team are going to play because it's phase and they always play the same kind of way, then you can kind of play with them, and they did. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then do like the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel as well, guys, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about these videos. And, yeah, follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. And I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.